Hi YouTubers, and back for another trailer reaction YouTube video for the Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I kind of wanted to do this one because, I've done a few couple of Marvel movie trailer reaction YouTube videos before, and you kind of already get where I'm going at with these because, very obvious and all, and I figured that I would do this one, and you already know what the next one is going to be, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense because, I figured that I would do this one, and now I'm doing it, which I guess kind of does make sense, so yeah. And I'll also be able to explain all the other details later. Yeah, all of that will be able to be explained later, and you kind of already get the whole point behind all of it. So yeah, I guess that kind of does make a lot of sense. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's watch this.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe. Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
Well, this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word peace.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap. You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. Sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
There has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe. You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't. December 17th.
Now, what I think of the trailer, I actually thought was a perfectly good trailer. So I give it a 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10. Now, you already know what happens in the beginning, middle, and the end. Now, I'm going to explain all the other details. So, me and Shane were still doing school on YouTube videos and different kinds of YouTube videos, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense because, I kind of wanted to do this one, and yeah, I guess it kind of does make sense because I figured that I would do this one, and I guess it kind of does count for something because very obvious and very different and all, like, yeah. And I figured that I would do this one, and now I've done it. And I already have a topic for this week's What Would Have Happened if this were in real life Brown TMRT gameplay series YouTube video, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense because, very obvious and very different. So, yeah. So I figured that I would do this one, and yeah, I guess now I've done it. So yeah, I mean, I figured that I could do it a lot different. I figured that well, technically I can't do it a lot differently. It's basically just the same thing. Yeah, I guess that kind of just makes a lot of sense. So I mean, I kind of do enjoy doing these trailer reaction YouTube videos, which I guess kind of does make sense. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to think of something for next week's trailer reaction YouTube videos, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And yeah, I guess that's kind of the whole point behind all that. And yeah. I figured that I would do this one, and now I've done it. So, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say. I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that. Could say that I guess you could say that it's probably gonna be a long time before I come back to video gaming YouTube videos. Yeah. Believe me when I say this. I'll probably come back. Believe me when I say this. I'll probably come back to video gaming YouTube videos probably sometime later this year. I mean, I don't know when it'll probably be, but I'm guessing it could be either the summer or fall or winter of next year of this year. Technically not. I'm saying I could come back to video gaming YouTube videos sometime later this year, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And I mean, I figured that I would do this one, and yeah, I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense. Oh, and there's also going to be there would be a Jaden graduation party YouTube video, so you can also go check that one out coming up later this month. Which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense, and it actually is going to be a very great one for me and Shane to do. So yeah, you can probably go check out that one, and yeah, I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense and all that. So yeah, I guess it kind of does, and it would probably be very great. And well, you kind of already get the idea. Towards everything, and yeah, I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense towards it all. So yeah, I guess because I already came up with a topic for what would have happened if this one real life Ron Team RT gameplay series YouTube video. And I already came up with a topic, and I already came up with a topic for that. So yeah, I kind of am done with that one. And yeah, and I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense because I figured that I would do this one, and I know that these trailer reaction YouTube videos are a little bit weird and a little bit like off today, but while also still being very great. And also, yeah, I guess it kind of does make sense. I mean, I kind of wanted to do this one, and now I've done it, which is actually the best part in from all of this, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense. And yeah, so I figured that I would do this one, and that would be very obvious. And it'll probably be a long time before I come back to video gaming YouTube videos, which I guess kind of does make a lot of sense, but I'll probably come back to that sometime later this year. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. Peace out. Bye bye.